If Obamacare does not get enough young people to sign up, there is a provision in the law that says taxpayers may have to bail out insurance companies.
Florida Senator Marco Rubio wants to strike that provision now. Lars Larson, syndicated radio host on Compass Media Networks, and Emily Tish Sussman is campaign director for the Center for American Progress Action Fund. Another bailout, folks. Good day to both of you. My esteemed colleague, Allison Lane Camerata, with today's first question.
Wow, that's quite an intro.
It's a Monday.
Emily, what do you think? Is there any way that we could see another bailout if the economics of Obamacare for insurance companies doesn't work?
Look, this is a shock absorber that's built in, and the only way this goes into effect if there aren't the numbers of the healthy people to get into the exchanges. But everything we've seen is that this is actually on track. In fact, if we look at the numbers compared to Massachusetts, which is in many ways the test, we're actually ahead of enrollment on young and healthy in Massachusetts.
But hold on, Emily, I just want to stop you because according to a Reuters analysis of 7 states, so they use those as representative, they found that only 22% of enrollees are 18 to 34 years old. The administration had said it needs 38% of enrollees to be in that magic sweet spot. So according to Reuters, the number is lower than the administration had hoped, and the math won't work.
Well, we haven't actually seen the administration's numbers, although I do believe we'll be seeing them early this week. But what we have seen in the states that have released the numbers, that it has been between 25% and a third of young people. It is really the healthy that we need to make sure that we diversify the risk pool there. But I do think that we'll be seeing these numbers come in. Of what we've seen of the people that have visited the marketplace, that has been about 40% of young people. And of that pool, 78% reports being in either good or excellent health. So actually the numbers really should be there.
I did not hear you deny the fact that there was a bailout coming. And if that's the case, Lars, I mean, wow, yes. You want to make a law even more unpopular? Let people know about this.
Well, think about this. This thing is already going to funnel about $1 trillion from the taxpayers to the health insurance industry over the next 10 years. That's from the CBO. And then you think about what Emily was saying. Emily, with all due respect, the people who are likely to sign up for Obamacare first, if they're young, are generally the folks with medical problems already. Now, if you ask them, how do you feel? I'm generally healthy, except I have these problems. Those are going to be more costly cases. And when you talk about this being a shock absorber, yeah, and the American public gets to be the piston in that shock absorber that takes the losses. No wonder the insurance industry hasn't been griping about this mess of Obamacare. They're laughing all the way to the bank. If they write good policies, fine. If they write bad policies and they lose money, the taxpayers eat 80% of the losses. That's a ripoff, and it should go away.
That medicine will not be swallowed easily.
Yeah, so Emily, I mean, what do you say about this? I know you're saying sort of fingers crossed, it looks like things are going in the right trend. Right. But can you imagine another bailout?
Look, I mean, this is a reinsurance. This is regular cost of doing business. This happens across the board. There was reinsurance with Medicare Part D rollout that still exists. This is something that is a shared cost by the insurance industry, by the businesses. This is something they're paying into already. But even if they only hit half those numbers, so even if they only hit half the young people's numbers, they're only expecting a very small increase in premiums over the next year. So it is actually a key piece of the law to keep this reinsurance there.
Well, we'll see if Senator Rubio is successful. We got to run Lars quickly. I smell a revolt if that happens.
I think you're absolutely right about that, Bill. Thanks.
Lars, thanks to you. And Emily, we'll talk again, okay?
Thanks, guys.